the special one, the man who conquered England, Spain, and Italy. When José Mourinho arrived at Manchester United in 2016, he promised a return to glory, trophies, passion, and that signature swagger. But did it all go according to plan? From triumphs in Stockholm to the chaos of his final days, this is the story of José Mourinho at Manchester United, a reign filled with highs, lows, and a whole lot of drama. Mourinho arrived at Manchester United in the summer of 2016 with a reputation as one of the most successful managers in modern football. His managerial career had already seen him win league titles in 4 different countries, with major spells at Porto, Chelsea, Inter Milan, and Real Madrid. He first rose to prominence with Porto, winning the Champions League in 2004. His first stint at Chelsea saw him deliver back-to-back Premier League titles before moving to Inter Milan, where he achieved an unprecedented treble in 2010. At Real Madrid, he won La Liga with a record-breaking points tally before returning to Chelsea and winning another league title in 2015. However, his second spell at Chelsea ended in disaster, as a dramatic fallout with players and staff led to his sacking in December 2015. Despite the controversy, Mourinho remained one of the most decorated managers available, and United saw him as an ideal figure to restore their status as title challengers. Following Louis van Gaal's underwhelming tenure, which ended despite an FA Cup win, the club was desperate for a manager who could deliver immediate success. José Mourinho was appointed Manchester United's manager on May 27, 2016, with a 3-year contract worth £12 million per year. In his first press conference, he dismissed the idea of a transition period, promising immediate success and a return to attacking football. His confident, even arrogant approach excited fans who saw him as the man that would restore United's dominance. The Glazers and Ed Woodward fully backed Mourinho, believing that his track record of instant success made him the right choice. Financially, the club was strong and the board was ready to invest. Fans welcomed him as a major upgrade over Van Gaal, while the media remained divided on whether his pragmatic style really did fit United's traditions or not. Mourinho reshaped the squad with key signings. Paul Pogba returned for a world record £89 million. Zlatan Ibrahimović arrived on a free transfer, and Eric Bailly and Henrik Mkhitaryan were brought in for a total of £56 million. Meanwhile, players like Morgan Schneiderlin, Bastian Schweinsteiger, and Memphis Depay were sidelined and sold, signaling Mourinho's intent to build a competitive team immediately. United won the Community Shield in Mourinho's first official game, beating Leicester City 2-1 at Wembley, with Zlatan scoring the winner. While some dismissed the trophy as minor, it was seen as an early statement that Mourinho was already delivering silverware. The first major controversy came after a 2-1 loss to Manchester City in September, when Mourinho froze out Henrik Mkhitaryan for weeks, citing poor adaptation. This raised questions about his handling of expensive signings. While his squad relationships were mostly stable early on, tensions grew as he publicly criticized Luke Shaw and Chris Smalling for missing games due to injury. United's league campaign faltered, but their Europa League progress gave Mourinho hopes of securing Champions League football. One of the most controversial decisions was his treatment of Bastian Schweinsteiger, who was forced to train with the reserves before leaving for MLS. In February, United won the EFL Cup, beating Southampton 3-2. His tough approach towards young attackers like Rashford and Martial was also divisive throughout the season. In May, United won the Europa League, beating Ajax 2-0, securing a Champions League spot. However, Mourinho later criticized fans for lacking support. United finished 6th in the league with 69 points, failing to challenge for the title. While Mourinho outclassed Chelsea in a 2-0 win, humiliating losses including a 4-0 defeat to Chelsea and an FA Cup exit to them in the quarterfinals dampened the season. Despite criticism for pragmatic tactics, Mourinho called the season a success, citing 3 trophies. Fans and media were divided. Some valued the silverware, while others were frustrated with league struggles and Mourinho's approach. Overall, Mourinho's first season was far from perfect, but it delivered silverware and a return to the Champions League. However, tensions within the squad and Mourinho's confrontational style hinted at potential future conflicts. His second season would be the real test of whether he could truly bring United back to the top. José Mourinho entered the 2017-18 season aiming for a serious title challenge after finishing 6th the previous year, despite winning the Europa League and EFL Cup. He expected improvement as the squad adapted to his methods. Fans were cautiously optimistic, hoping for attacking football, while some players remained wary of his man management. The board backed him in the transfer market, believing that he could restore United's dominance. Key summer signings included Romelu Lukaku from Everton for £75 million to replace Ibrahimović, Nemanja Matic from Chelsea for £40 million to strengthen midfield, and Victor Lindelof from Benfica for roughly £31 million to bolster defense, although he struggled early on. Wayne Rooney returned to Everton, ending his 13-year United career, while Adnan Januzaj and several French players also departed. United started the season very strongly, winning their first 3 league games by a combined score of 10-0, exciting fans with attacking football. However, Mourinho's pragmatic approach soon returned. In November, a 1-0 loss to Chelsea saw him controversially hold up 3 fingers to remind their fans of his league titles there, dividing opinions. Mourinho's tension with Chelsea continued when he made a pointed remark about Antonio Conte's hair transplant, leading to an escalating relationship between the two. The media sensationalized the feud, with some pundits criticizing Mourinho for personal attacks, while others viewed it as classic mind games. Fans were split. Some enjoyed the heated exchanges, while others felt that Mourinho was focusing too much on external battles instead of United's own shortcomings. In the January transfer window, United completed a high-profile swap deal. They sent Henrik Mkhitaryan to Arsenal in exchange for Alexis Sanchez. The Chilean, earning one of the highest wages in the league, was expected to be a game-changer, but his form was inconsistent. By this point, United were still in the Premier League title race but trailed City by a significant margin. In the Champions League, they had advanced past the group stage and set up a knockout clash with Sevilla. One of the season's biggest controversies was Mourinho's strained relationship with Paul Pogba. Their tension grew over tactical disagreements, with reports of training ground clashes. Pogba was frustrated by Mourinho's conservative approach, while Mourinho questioned Pogba's discipline. The media speculated that Pogba could leave if Mourinho stayed. United's Champions League run ended in embarrassment with a round of 16 exit to Sevilla. After a dull 0-0 draw in the first leg, they lost 2-1 at Old Trafford in an uninspiring display. Mourinho responded with his infamous football heritage rant, citing United's history of early European exits. Fans were furious, accusing him of making excuses, while the media questioned whether he had lost his winning mentality. Despite setbacks, United had standout moments, including a dramatic 3-2 comeback win over City at the Etihad, delaying their title celebrations. They also beat Liverpool 2-1 and won 3-1 against Arsenal, where De Gea delivered a legendary goalkeeping performance. However, humiliating losses to Huddersfield and Bristol City in the League Cup highlighted their inconsistency. United finished second in the Premier League with 81 points, their best post-Ferguson finish, but still 19 behind City. Mourinho's defensive approach, including a cautious 0-0 draw at Liverpool, drew heavy criticism. In the FA Cup, United lost 1-0 in the final to Chelsea, ending the season without a trophy. Mourinho called second place a great achievement, but his remarks received mixed reactions. Fans were split on the season. Some saw progress, while others were frustrated by Mourinho's tactics and the lack of trophies. The media criticized the gap with City and the uninspiring football. Pogba and Martial were reportedly unhappy, raising concerns about squad morale. Despite United's best post-Ferguson league finish, the season felt like a failure due to City's dominance and Mourinho's growing conflicts, foreshadowing trouble ahead. Entering 2018-19, Mourinho aimed to build on the previous season but faced doubts from fans and players. Some believed key signings could help close the gap to City, while others worried about his defensive tactics and growing tensions with Pogba and Martial. Mourinho's frustration with the board became a major storyline. He demanded defensive reinforcements but was denied targets like Maguire and Alderweireld. United's only major signings were Fred for $47 million, Diogo Dalot for $19 million, and lastly, backup goalkeeper Lee Grant. Mourinho, furious at the lack of support, publicly voiced his frustration as he had 5 targets and was only able to land 1. The tension between Mourinho and the United hierarchy grew, with the owners unwilling to back him fully in the transfer market. Reports suggested that the Glazers and Ed Woodward did not trust Mourinho with more funds, as they feared that his negative tactics and conflicts with players was harming the squad's long-term development. During United's preseason tour, Mourinho and Marshall clashed when Marshall left for his child's birth, but didn't return promptly. Mourinho publicly criticized him, while Marshall defended his decision on social media. The dispute divided fans and strained their relationship, with reports suggesting that United were open to selling Marshall. United's season started with an unconvincing 2-1 win over Leicester, but quickly unraveled. A 3-2 loss to Brighton exposed defensive issues Mourinho had wanted to fix, and a 3-0 home defeat to Tottenham led to the infamous 3 for me, 2 for them, respect rant.
3 for me and 2 for them. Respect.
The media saw a manager who was under pressure, while fans grew frustrated with his tactics and attitude. By September, Mourinho's relationship with Pogba had collapsed. After Pogba questioned United's defensive style, Mourinho stripped him of his vice-captaincy. Tensions escalated when Sky Sports captured a heated training ground exchange, fueling speculation of a broken relationship. Fans were divided, with some backing Pogba and others siding with Mourinho, while the media painted Mourinho as a manager who was alienating his own squad. Mourinho's authoritarian approach alienated much of the squad. Key players like Alexis Sanchez, Eric Bailly, and Fred were mysteriously benched, while his public criticism of players created a toxic atmosphere. He also benched club captain Antonio Valencia without explanation and frequently dropped Rashford and Marshall, increasing tensions. By November, reports suggested that most of the dressing room had turned against him, and his relationship with the board was beyond repair. On December 16, 2018, United suffered a humiliating 3-1 defeat to Liverpool at Anfield. Mourinho's defensive tactics were heavily criticized, and after the match, he admitted Liverpool were superior while subtly blaming United's lack of investment. 2 days later, he was sacked, with poor results, squad morale, and board tensions making his possession untenable. Though publicly professional, he later hinted at feeling betrayed by the club's lack of backing. In retrospect, Mourinho's tenure at United was a roller coaster. His first season brought silverware and optimism. His second season delivered United's best post-Ferguson League finish, but exposed cracks, and his third season descended into chaos. His tenure ended in division, with some fans appreciating his early success, while others felt his toxic relationships with players and defensive football style made his downfall inevitable. Ultimately, the 2018-19 season was a dramatic and painful end to Mourinho's Manchester United chapter, marking yet another failed attempt to restore the club's glory in the post-Ferguson era. Love him or hate him, José Mourinho's time at Manchester United was anything but boring. He delivered silverware, he delivered drama, and he left a legacy that still divides fans to this day. But what do you think? Was Mourinho's tenure at United a success or a missed opportunity? Was it the right decision to sack him, or should United have just trusted the process? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, as it really helps the channel grow. If you love football stories like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you want to go the extra mile in supporting the channel, then check out our Patreon, link for which will be in the description below. You'll get early access, exclusive content, and much more. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.